Om Shanti and good morning to you. Welcome back to your 23rd day of a blessing, a beautiful blessing where God actually reminds us. Baba, when we call him sweetly as Baba, means Father, reminds us that he comes onto this earth when every child of his is in Kala Yuga or in the Iron Age, where everyone is so disturbed mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. Everyone is so disturbed, and everywhere there are calamities or some kind of problem, whether it's political problem, whether it's financial problem, or the country is facing war. So at that time, when there's an increase of sadness and unhappiness, that's the time the incorporeal father leaves the incorporeal world, which you call it as Paramdham, which you call it as Brahmand or Brahmaloka, and he comes down from that supreme abode or the Alame Arwaha, where the Muslims call it a place where soul resides and the supreme soul reside. He leaves that incorporeal world and comes down onto this earth into a physical plane, into a physical body to serve his children, to remind his children the real true path by becoming a true father, by becoming a true guru, by becoming a true teacher. And he teaches us that how you can become soul conscious like he is, because he doesn't have a body. So he's always soul conscious. And he gives us those qualities which we have forgotten by taking many births. And he reminds us that you now need to become soul conscious again and serve his own children in the same manner, the way he has come to serve us. So let's go ahead with the blessing. Baba says, may you be a spiritual server. Only when we consider ourselves to be a soul can we become a spiritual server, because a spiritual server doesn't see any distinction between religious sects or caste. He considers everybody as a soul. When I talk about the soul as a he or she, because the soul is genderless, it's actually an entity which is a purush. A purush means the male, and the body is the female, because the purush is in control of this physical senses, and using these senses is creating the world or creating the lifestyle. So soul is the purush or the male, in not in terms of the physical male, but in terms of qualities, in control, and the body is being controlled by the soul. So here Baba says, may you be a spiritual server and play your part in serving with awareness. So we are here to play our part. We are all actors in serving with the awareness of the mantra. Now, what is the mantra? Incorporeal becomes corporeal. So God the Father, he is incorporeal. He comes onto this earth, enters a old man's body, whom he calls as Brahma, or the first child, the lost child who went into sins. He reminds that first child, and through Brahma, through Adam, he creates Brahmans. Brahmins are the first creations of Adam. So the word Brahma is Adam, and Brahmins are also children of Adam. So here Baba says or explains that just as the incorporeal father becomes corporeal, he comes down and he gives us all the knowledge, because he is known as the ocean of knowledge. So how do we receive that ocean of knowledge? It cannot be received through reading a couple of books. It cannot be received through all the scriptures, because ocean means infinite. So he comes down and speaks out the divine knowledge, and then we churn that knowledge and we go into depths of that knowledge of spirituality, and we take out all the nectar from that divine words. So he's an ocean. So just as the incorporeal father becomes corporeal and plays his part in serving, he's serving us, he's showing us the path of leaving the body without having to face any of our karmas and having to face any of the punishments. In the same way, you children also have to keep the tool of this mantra in your awareness. What is the mantra? That I am also a soul just like Baba, and I also came onto this earth, entered the mother's womb, and I took birth. So actually, I am an incorporeal being. I am not this physical being. So this is the mantra, so that I don't become attached to this body. So I have to keep that in my awareness and play your parts in serving. So this physical world, so the world which we see through our eyes around us, everything which we see through our eyes, you are looking at me, you're looking at this physical body, you're looking at the things around me, you're listening to my voice, you being a soul with your physical ears are listening to this voice. So this physical world and the physical bodies, so this is physical body, are the stage. So when I enter this body, this becomes my stage. Just like an actor wears the clothes, right? The clothes are worn by him for a temporary period of time. So his body is also like a cloth for the soul for a temporary period of time. And this physical stage is also for a temporary period of time. Just like when you go to a hotel, you don't become the owner of the hotel. You become the owner of that one unit for a short period of time, right? Similarly, over here also, we are here for a short period of time. So, this physical world and your physical bodies are the stage. We should not be attached to that hotel room. That doesn't belong to me anymore after I leave that place, right? So, no attachment, no ego of having those things or those pleasures or those facilities. They're just for the temporary period of time. So, having this awareness that these are just supports for the master. So, stage is a support, and the actor is the image of the support. I am the actor, the soul, I'm the image of the support. Things around me, this body, is the support. Having this awareness, become detached and play your part, and together with having sense. So when I'm detached from ego of having this body, ego of having things around, then I'm sensible. Then I'm a soul who can be called as wise, who's got vivek or has got wisdom, doesn't have ego, doesn't have any form of uh, irritation, doesn't have any form of comparison or competition with anybody else, and that reduces as and when we becomes more and more soul conscious. So I become sensible. The words, the thoughts, and the actions, thoughts, words, and actions become sensible. So my karmas also become very fruitful. So, together with having sense, you will then become an essenseful spiritual server. Otherwise, if I've done something spiritually and I'm looking for the fruits of it, and if I don't get it, I become egoistic, I compare, I complain about things, then that's not spiritual service because I'm attached to the name, to the fame which I need to receive on to as a tag on this body with the name of me plated somewhere that this person did so and so thing. So that is non essence. So there's no sense in that, or we can call it nonsense, right? So there's no essence in that form of service. When we become detached from this body, we always remember that I am here for a temporary period of time in this body, this stage, and this world stage. Then I'm able to serve everybody without wanting anything in return. So my karmas are full of sense. My karmas are full of essence. That's what Baba is trying to say. So we need to remember that he also comes to serve us, and in the similar manner, to follow him, we too need to think that I, being the incorporeal being, came onto this earth and I am supposed to serve the fellow brothers and sisters, thinking like an incorporeal being. So, may you revise this Vardhan once again and enjoy the essence of this. At the same time, Om Shanti, have a blessed day.